Hello, Internet. Today is January the 19th. So this is the third week of January. My name is Chris Lee, and this is your Mowbol.com weekly update. This week we're going to cover what's been going on this week at Mowbol and give you some updates on that. Going to look at some product updates that we've got, some things that are coming out in Food Chime, new version of the Android. Food Chime is going to be coming out and give you a little sneak peek of what's in that. And then going to cover a little news of the week. So you have some background on other things besides what's at Mowbol. So last week I was up at CodeMash. Great sessions up there. Definitely recommend if you're a developer in the Midwest, Ohio, Michigan, that kind of area. It's up in Sandusky near Cedar Point. So if you want to find it on a map, you can find it there. But that particular conference, great conference. A lot of information, a lot of topics. It's not a Microsoft-specific conference. It's not an open-source conference. It's an everything conference. One of the best sessions that I attended was actually a Mowbol Smackdown. And Chris Judd, who was doing some Android development, Jeff Blankenberg, who was doing Windows Phone 7 development, and Daniel, who was doing iOS development. They essentially did a session where they had 15 minutes each. They agreed ahead of time on what they were going to do, what the screens were going to look like, what the features of the little app was going to do, and they essentially then started a timer and went after it. And Daniel on the iPhone, he was able to crank it out and get it done. Jeff almost got there; he's pretty close, and Chris Judd was a little bit further behind. But it was really good from a session perspective to see, how all three of those platforms, native code, looked and sort of thought when you were actually solving that problem of this little app. And you got to see them go from file new project to here's a running application, and like I said, all three of them had 15 minutes. Great session. So Monday was Martin Luther King Day, and since we do a lot of work for the state government, federal government, a lot of our consultants that were out in the field had some free time, so we bring them all back into the office on Martin Luther King Day, do our yearly kickoff meeting, and sort of go through what our goals are for the year, get everyone together, do lunch, those kind of things, so everyone gets to see each other's face at the beginning of the year. That was a really good meeting. A lot of good things came out of it, and one of the sort of cool things that we're doing is something called Bacon, and because everyone likes bacon. And Bacon is a badges and sort of achievements process. A lot of the people in the organization are working on it as a project, just an internal project, and it's actually pretty cool in my opinion. So we'll see where that goes and have some fun with that. And it's Bacon. Big announcement for Mowbol is that last week we finally sort of hooked up with an enterprise content management system called Geodocs. Geodocs does a lot of web delivery, intranet delivery kind of stuff, and Mowbol is going to be doing the mobile aspects for mobile delivery of Geodocs, plus the two organizations are going to work together, and they're actually working on a game, location-based service. It's actually a pretty cool thing, and we will keep you up to date on where that is. Let's just say you'll be able to find QR codes. Not sure if you're familiar with those, but here's what one looks like. And QR codes are out in the will be out in the real world, and you'll be able to track those down, and just all kinds of fun things around that kind of mobile delivery through delivering not only content but also your location-based kind of stuff. And as we get further and further into that, I'll give you some updates, maybe show you some samples, that kind of thing. Be good to see. Food Chime, which is our first product that we put out in the market, we're up over 1,000 users now. It's really good. We've gotten some good feedback on the web channel, and the next version on Android comes with a rewarding system. The goal of Food Chime really as an application is to allow you to do your 5 meals, 6 meals a day, small meal kind of thing, and it reminds you now there's going to be a reward system built into that. So you're going to be rewarded when you actually use the application and do the kind of behaviors that the application was targeted to get you to do. So it should make it easier to stay on the program. Help you with those New Year's resolutions, because we all had them. Well, some of us had them. I didn't have them. I didn't have any New Year's resolutions, but so I'm sure some people did. Yeah, the Food Chime app on the Apple platform, however, is still grinding, and I've gone back and forth with Apple now a couple of times. Hopefully, this last message will get us cleared, and then we'll get the Food Chime version out into the Apple world, so that way the people on the Apple side can, have that same level of happiness that the people on the Android side have with the application, and life will be good. My news this week, a lot of stuff happens in the mobile space, but the most interesting one is, first of all, Food Chime, like I told you last week, has been accepted into the Amazon App Store. But there's some interesting small print in the Amazon App Store that developers should probably be aware of, and you as a consumer might be aware of, is even though we may say that we want to sell an application for, let's say, 99 cents, Amazon has the right to discount that. From a developer's perspective, it's pretty interesting. They may push your application, they may do some special promotions on your application, but you may not get the revenue that you're expecting out of your application simply because of that whole market versus what you're asking for it, and they can discount up to 70% off of some of those numbers. Now, that's either going to be good or bad. One is you may get a lot of sales because it's much cheaper to buy it on the Amazon marketplace than it is on the Android marketplace, maybe, if people adopt the Amazon marketplace. The second is you may get the same amount of sales, but you may get 70% less money. So I'm mixed on how this is going to work. It'd be interesting to put a couple applications out as test applications and see what kind of adoption rate, and sort of see how heavy-handed or light-handed Amazon gets with that particular policy. So really, that's all I have. This is the week of January 19th. My name is Chris Lee, mowbol.com. This week, however, I would like you to leave a comment, like it, thumbs up, because you like it, thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.